So we've got HowDidIDo open here. Like I mentioned, it works in web browser and it works on your mobile devices. So for those who do have a mobile phone, a tablet, you can stand on the first tee and you can sign into a competition, and you can stand on the 18th green or in the clubhouse or in a car park or wherever it may be and enter your score. For those who don't have a mobile device, you can enter your score via the HowDidIDo web browser, like I'm going to show you now. Okay, excellent. So with the update, you'll now notice there is a button at the top of your HowDidIDo screen called Today's Golf. Okay, so when you click on there, it will flash up with 3 options. You've got the live leaderboard, which has always been there in HowDidIDo. So you can access the live leaderboard for the competition. But now you can access the sign-in feature and the score entry feature. So first of all, let's have a look at the sign-in. So when you go into sign-in, even though I've created 3 competitions, there are only 2 that are showing here. Remember, 1 doesn't have sign-in, which is why it's not appearing here. In the screen a little later, you'll see there's 3 competitions to enter my score. Okay, so let's have a look at the one where charging isn't enabled first. So if we click on sign in, the system then says, would you like to sign into mobile score input? The webinar test, I want to sign into that, sign in successful. Brilliant. Go out and play my golf now. Let's just have a look at it from a charging point of view. So if we go back into sign in, first of all, you'll already see that I've signed in to my competition there. So it tells me that I've signed in. So I can't sign in twice, for example. The other competition there, because it's a separate competition, I can press sign in here. And this one does have charging enabled. And it says, would you like to sign into MSI charging enabled? You'll be charged £3 to enter this competition. Let's press sign in. That then debits my competition account by £3. Excellent. So signed in on the first tee, I can go out and play my golf now. So fast forward 4 hours, and then I come back, I finish my round of golf, and on the 18th, or the clubhouse, car park, I can then enter my score through my mobile phone or the HowDidIDo web browser. So I'm going to show you how to enter a score via the HowDidIDo web browser first, and then we're going to take a look at it from the mobile view, okay? So let's have a look at our mobile score input webinar test. Let's enter score. Okay, it then flashes up with the score entry system. So it's got at the top, it's got the competition name, it's got the date, it's got my name, and it's got my handicap. Obviously, it starts on the first hole, which is a par 5. It highlights the stroke index as well. I'm simply just going to input my scores like so. The third is always quite a tricky hole, so give myself a lot there. And all you need to do is just slowly work through entering your scores each hole at the end of your round. The system is designed so you enter your full scorecard. Enter your full scorecard at the end of your round. You don't do it per hole. That will be released in a later feature along with competition tournament package that we'll do in a later update, where you will be able to stand on each green and enter your hole by hole score. Okay, so we're nearly finished. My round's looking good. Just finish on the 18th here and finish. So NR today, but that's okay. So if we just press confirm, that will then send my score back to Club V1 for the administrators, the competition secretaries to manage my score. Okay. So that's the first way. That's from the web browser of how to enter the score. Let's just have a look at it from a mobile perspective, and then we'll nip back to Club V1 and have a look what's happened in there. So I've got the mobile view open on my web browser here, and pretty much the same way. You've got your 3 options again. Today's golf is an option in the burger menu, top right hand corner. So you can click on today's golf and it will take you to your 3 icons here. We've already had a look at sign in, but if we just go back there, you'll see that I've signed into those 2 competitions already. There's not much more I can do there. So let's go back to today's golf. And let's go into our score entry and have a look at score entry from a mobile perspective. Excellent. So I could enter the MSI test no sign in, or I could enter the MSI charging enabled. Doesn't really matter for this purpose. So let's do the second one. Obviously, you can see I've already entered my score at the top here. Nice and straightforward. So let's go into enter scores. And this is how it looks from a mobile phone. Okay, it's pretty much the same thing. You can just go through and enter your scores hole by hole at the end of your round. Okay, continue. Players can only enter their own score. It gives us a frontline summary there, which is great. You cannot enter anyone else's score through your HowDidIDo account. And we have a question later about the verification process. So we'll just hold fire on that. Okay, so let's just finish our round here. Nice and consistent. Enter the last two scores. Excellent. So it gives me a summary there of what I've shot over the 18, gives me my gross and my net score. And if I'm happy with that, I can just press confirm. And my score has now been submitted to Club V1. Excellent. So from a golfer's perspective, that is how it operates through the HowDidIDo web browser and through the HowDidIDo app.